Hey folks, Lenny Rudo here for FishTalk magazine, and today let's talk about landing nets. Not a widely examined topic, but the fact of the matter is there are a few details about a landing net that you ought to know before you buy one. So we came here to Alltackle in Annapolis, Maryland to check out their supply, and this right here is your standard El Cheapo landing net. There's absolutely nothing special about it. It's very inexpensive. The things that you're not going to love about it, well, A, it really isn't big enough, at least not for the fish I plan on catching. And then when you look at the attachment between the hoop and the handle of this net, you know, it's got screws in there. They're going to hold for some amount of time, but you can see how it wiggles. At some point in time, that juncture is likely to go on a net like this. So low investment, but low return. Now, let's look at a slightly nicer net. Actually a much nicer net. You can see this one clearly has a hoop big enough to handle just about any fish in the bay. You're not going to have trouble until you get that 80-pound black drum up next to the boat. He'll go in there, but just barely. You should notice that the joint here has that little quick release so you can slide the handle up. Makes it much, much easier to stow the net inside of a cabin or underneath a seat, something like that. A lot easier to make space, and this is a much more serious joint right here. This is pretty heavy duty. It's going to last for a long time. But there's one thing that I'm not in love with about this net or the El Cheapo, and that's that these nylon nettings have these knots on here. Now, why should you care? Well, this is harmful to the fish. Now, if you keep everything you catch, you don't care. But if you like catch and release fishing, or you care about bringing the smaller fish that you catch, if you have to bring them on board to get the hook out, you want them to be safe, you don't want this nylon netting, okay? What happens is it rubs against the fish, it removes their coating of slime, and that is the fish's antibiotics. That's its defense system. It's how the fish keeps from getting infected. And when you rub away that slime, a lot of times it can lead to infections in fish. If you've ever caught a fish with some of that fuzzy look along their skin, it's very likely that their slime got rubbed off. And, you know, that's the result. Now, that's one of the reasons I love a net like this. This has a rubber mesh. This is safe for the fish. It's worth paying a few extra bucks to get a net like this if you ever plan on releasing any fish, and I hope you do. Also, this net similarly will slide up for easy stowage. You know, it collapses, and it has a nice sturdy bracket where the handle meets the hoop. Those are the key items to look for. This one's a little on the small side, but you can get these larger too. So the next time you go looking for a landing net, I hope you consider these factors, take them all into account, and please think about getting that rubber mesh to go easier on the fish that you plan to release.